discussing a very exciting piece of theater news. Disney Plus has recently announced their plans to adapt Once on This Island for the screen. Yee! If you guys remember, I was absolutely floored by the revival production I got to see a couple years ago. It still stays in my mind as one of the best productions I've seen in my entire life. Now, this announcement is especially noteworthy because it comes just after a month from when Hamilton premiered on the streaming platform. So let's discuss and share some initial thoughts on Once on This Island coming to Disney Plus. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi! My name is Kat and I really like musicals. So much so that I run a musical theater internet cult. Hit subscribe to join the cult. Do it, punk. I'm not gonna bully you into joining a cult, unless you think it would work. Question of the day, what are your thoughts on Once on This Island heading to Disney Plus? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in between? Let me know in the comments down below. Personally, if you haven't figured out, I am so insanely excited. In addition to this revival just being mind-blowingly phenomenal, I'm just excited to have musical theater be accessible. I swear, I feel like I've said this 40 million times on the internet, so I will save you my soapbox speech, but any way that we can make musical theater profitable for the artists and accessible to the masses, count me in. I think that this announcement is especially interesting given what we covered in our last video, which was also Disney Plus coverage. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it down below. With the massive success of the Hamilton Pro Shot, it now seems that Disney Plus is trying to hang on to this theater-loving audience, which I found really interesting. We all kind of knew that Hamilton would be a hit because it's Hamilton, but there's nothing usual about Hamilton, you know, it's a cultural and financial outlier. And that's something that I discuss a lot more in depth in my why is it so hard to make pro shots happen and kind of breaking down the legality and money of it. That's not the title of it. That would be really bad if that was the title of it, but it's in that vein. So if you haven't seen that one, I'll also link that down below because I think that's a really important piece of info. So anyway, I'm super stoked that Disney Plus's data revealed that their customers want more musicals and that Hamilton wasn't just a one-off occurrence. So let's talk about Once on This Island. Now, because this news is so new, we really don't have a ton of details. We do have some of the creative team attached, but outside of that, we don't really have a lot of info. No preliminary casting announcements have been made. Interestingly though, we do know one major component of the adaptation. Once on This Island will be filmed as a movie, not a pro shot. As in, it'll be shot and presented as a movie musical, like this version of Into the Woods, not this version of Into the Woods. And yes, that is always my go-to reference. So my thoughts, like I mentioned earlier, I love Once on This Island. I would put the recent Broadway revival in the top 3 best pieces of theater I've ever seen in my whole life. I was supposed to see the tour of Once on This Island like 2 weeks into when quarantine hit, and I am still so bitter and sad that that tour closed early because, again, some of the best theater I've ever seen. Additionally, I'm so excited that Disney is going to add another strong, complex heroine of color to their roster. Personally, I think it is so important, specifically for Disney, to have a really diverse lineup of who we see as heroines. Disney princesses and heroines are often some of the first role models that young girls have when they're growing up. Growing up Latina, I didn't feel represented. Like, I would look at these Disney princess stories that I love. There wasn't a princess at the time who looked like me or had a family like mine. And that was really tough for me growing up because I got to watch all of these amazing, cool ladies be strong and smart and wear the pretty dress and get the awesome songs. And then I was just kind of over here in the corner because that's for other girls, but not for me. I'm always pumped to see a new leading lady that our future leading ladies get to look up to. Additionally, Once on This Island is a really important story of colorism, and that's a story that's pretty unique in the world of musical theater. It's not a topic often covered in this medium. I would be beyond happy with the full revival cast. Again, I'm just over here fangirling over this production. It would be a really neat full circle moment to have Lea Salonga back in a Disney musical. Okay, I'm literally restarting my camera because I just ran my battery out fangirling over Jordan Fisher because let me say, if they do end up recasting for the movie, I would love to see him as Daniel. He's got a history with Disney, Broadway, and mainstream success. And while we're taking this moment to fangirl over Jordan Fisher, let me say that he is my first choice for Fiyero in the upcoming Wicked movie. I know that's a comment that I see a lot is like, let's talk about the Wicked movie, let's dreamcast it. There are just so many good people who could be in this this movie, but I am prepared to commit and lock in that answer. I am voting Jordan Fisher for Fiyero. Anyway, those are just a few of my thoughts on Once on This Island coming to Disney Plus, featuring a little rant about how awesome Jordan Fisher is. I want to hear your thoughts on all of this in the comments down below. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so, so much. Break a leg, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!